Dave Giroux says he's never been a baseball player. Ask anybody who knows him, though, and they'll tell you he's done everything else related to the game with an extraordinary level of dedication. It was love that brought baseball into Dave's life, but not the love of the game, at least not at first. Dave met his future wife Carol at work. Carol's young son played ball. As Carol tells the story, Dave knew if he wanted to see her, he'd have to come to the ballpark. Little did she know what she was unleashing. Together, they've built their life around baseball, with Dave spending countless hours on baseball diamonds, coaching, managing, building, and inspiring others with his love of the game.
I sometimes thought that Dave wasn't working, didn't do another job because he spent so much time at the diamond and taking care of everything before and after. And he was here before everybody, and he was the last one to leave the diamond. So yeah, caring, passionate about what he did. He obviously loved it, and I think just a fun person to be around.
When Dave and Carol and their sons moved to Aurora in 1996, their first home overlooked the leisure complex ball diamonds. Dave needed to be within walking distance. Dave had already been heavily involved in baseball for over 20 years. He'd helped build baseball leagues and players at the local, regional, and provincial levels, and was making an impact on baseball in the town. Dave is still known to many kids, even ones who weren't on his team, as Coach Dave. Over the years, he led young teams to championships locally and provincially. Fellow coaches and umpires Jim and Isabel Wagg worked closely with Dave in 2008, leading the Pee Wee boys to an Ontario Baseball Association championship. Jim and Isabel remember the boys on the team had a great summer and made terrific lifelong memories. Every one of those boys is doing well today in their chosen paths, and Jim and Isabel credit that, in part, to Dave's influence and the lessons learned in the 2008 baseball season. Coaching was just the tip of the iceberg for Dave, though. He became an umpire, too, saying that experience made him a better coach. Dave also made time to become a leader in local baseball associations, as an executive and president of many organizations for almost 30 years. Dave was on a mission to make baseball accessible for all. Over and over, when confronted with an obstacle, Dave found a solution, implemented it, and saw the sport grow locally as a result. As a founding member of the York Simcoe Interlock Baseball Association, Dave helped create consistent rules through the region. This meant neighboring towns could come together to play. In turn, the small towns, like Aurora, were able to offer divisions they otherwise wouldn't have.
I met Dave when I first moved to Aurora because we were looking at sports for our kids, and obviously Alexander was going to play baseball. So we found out at the rec center what goes on, and I met Dave. I mean, the first years there were other people involved, and I didn't know who was who in the zoo because guys had long histories. But very quickly got to know Dave because of his dedication to the program. We saw that kids were going off in the rep program to Cooperstown, which we knew was a big deal. My nephew played in Cooperstown, and he's out of the States. So we knew that that was a very special event, so that Aurora was aimed toward that. We saw that, there's some good organization happening here. And then as we embarked on the minor career, so we say from house league to rep baseball, as I mentioned, I coached high school baseball, and Dave was so integral to all of those things. So not only did we just see him at the start and get to know him, we became very good friends.
Dave has been instrumental in keeping young kids playing baseball. As part of the Canadian Sport for Life movement, Dave helped bring blast ball to kids 5 and under, developing their sports literacy and encouraging them to participate in athletics. He also investigated the reasons that young kids were dropping out of baseball. Younger kids in T-ball weren't challenged enough, so they restructured the division to make sure everybody got to bat, played infield, and did drills in rotation every time. Under Dave's leadership, the association also split the 7 to 9-year-old baseball players into 2 divisions, junior rookie and rookie. The original age group was too wide, causing younger players to struggle. Dave and his executive team created new rules to make the game fun and safe for both age groups. And of course, there's Dave's proudest accomplishment, Stuart Burnett Field. After years of growth in baseball in Aurora, there were too many players for one full-sized field. Dave knew he had to convince the town to build a new full-sized diamond. That meant attending council meetings, understanding the competing demands on the town and its limited resources, and finding the solutions to make it work. It was a 2-year advocacy process for Dave. Thanks to his commitment, Stuart Burnett Field opened in 2010. Dave was on the executive, but that didn't mean he wouldn't get his hands, as well as his feet and countless uniforms, dirty. The first year that Stuart Burnett Field was open, Dave spent 500 to 600 hours at the diamond, keeping it in tip-top shape. While Dave credits the town's public works staff for doing a great job, he knew that they couldn't be out late at night dragging the diamond. So Dave went out at night, after rain and before games and tournaments, on his 1986 Honda three-wheeler with the drag mats, to make sure the field was ready for the players the next day. Dave repaired the pitcher's mound, filled in baselines, and patched the plates himself. It wasn't part of the job description, but Dave wanted Stuart Burnett Field to be perfect and safe for the players. Over the next few years, Dave didn't have to spend as many hours working on the field, but he was still there many nights and weekends, making it its best. Then he'd drive his Honda over to LC4, the other full-size diamond in town, to keep it in great shape too. For over 3 decades, Dave Giroux has been a gift to baseball in the town of Aurora. With patience, dedication, and a quiet influence on others, Dave made sure countless kids had a positive experience and made great memories. Through exceptional leadership and generosity with his time, he's given Aurora the gift of baseball for all.
I want to say congratulations, Dave, on your induction into the Aurora Sports Hall of Fame. It's been an absolute honor to play for you over the number of years that I did, and I feel very honored to not only call you a coach, but a friend as well. I can't think of anyone who's more deserving than you are for this induction, and I'm so happy for you. So congratulations again, and thank you for everything that you've done for us.
There's nobody that deserves it more of anybody that basically was an organizer and a person that's run these organizations. I can't think of anybody that I've run into in my 65 years of being quite involved in sports most of my life. I've never met anybody as dedicated to the association, to the kids, and doing it for all the right reasons. So once again, Dave, congratulations on this great recognition.
I'd just like to say how pleased I am, Dave, that you've been recognized by the town, so congratulations on being inducted into the Aurora Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you to Carol and Aaron for allowing him to spend so much time with us in our endeavors to commit to baseball. And Dave, I can think of no one better that has demonstrated so much to our community. So again, congratulations on this terrific recognition.
Please join us in thanking Dave for his dedication as he's inducted into the Aurora Sports Hall of Fame.